Samael on Weor. This is on Kundalini, the 3 fetters, or the 3 barriers, or the 3 mountains in your spine. And Kundalini, a very important note that he's going to touch on is that to awaken Kundalini is to reside in the heart and actually call it up from the heart and within the esoteric anatomy. In fact, you start pumping and breathing through like the middle of your back, just below your shoulder blades, right? Like through the heart center right there. And it's a great crossing point. It's where Tiphereth sits on the Qabalah tree of life, right? And this is in fact where you awaken the soul and call up Kundalini, right? And he talks about the tranquility and stillness of the mind. And the stillness of the mind is embracing all things, right? And I guess transmuting polarities, transmuting tempests within the storm of your energy, right? By allowing all things to happen and I guess stilling and residing within all things. Let's do it.
Churches of the spinal medulla. We must search for the Divine Mother within church. The Lady of all adoration opens the 7 apocalyptic churches of the spinal medulla. We must search for the Divine Mother within our heart temple. The cross of the initiation is received within the temple of the heart. She, the adorable Lady of Love, is the only one who has the power of awakening her children within the womb of the profound, universal spirit of life. The mind must become a serene lake, without tempests, so that it will reflect the picture of the starry skies.
When it comes to the mind, you're dwelling in the heart, right? And you're thinking with the mind of the heart, essentially. It's kind of strange, but this is where Christ resides, in the heart, right? And Christ is between worlds. He has harnessed the power of both the above and the below. The Divine Mother sits below, and you call her up, right? The Divine Father sits above, and you allow him to come down by reflecting him in your mind. And when this happens, right, essentially, you know the aura or the philosophers, the halo behind Jesus's head. If you look at images of the Buddha, he has this great emanation like behind his head and above his shoulders, and that's the emanation of DAATH, which is kind of like the macrocosmic birthing portal. And the macrocosmic, like, sexual force almost is Gnosis. And Gnosis is the seed, right? Gnosis is a seed that leads you upwards in your ascent. We'll get deeper into that, but
when the mind is quiet and silent, then the Divine Mother is pleased with us. This is our blessing. Peace is...
When the mind is quiet and silent, then the Divine Mother is pleased with us. This is key, because when utilizing intellect, or in fact even like reason or logos, you are in like this clever state of mind. You're in this state of mind of logic and, I guess, gnosis and intuition and insight. But you could almost think of the Divine Mother as a reflection or, corresponding to the nature of the soul. And the soul within a male is feminine. And that simple-mindedness and almost like childlike lack of constructs or concepts. The Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine, has no constructs, no judgments, right? Furthermore, playfulness and joy, the simple mind. So when the mind is still, the Divine Mother is happy with us. This is very key because this goes into uniting the genders and the law of gender and the unification of opposites. But
possible only by controlling the mind. The purity of thought guides the yogi towards perfection. We must venerate the masters, and we must practice our esoteric exercises filled with burning faith. Those initiates with faith will become ineffable beings. Wisdom and love will shine in the minds of those who have reached samadhi, the ecstasy of the saints. All of our beloved disciples can become true masters of samadhi with this book of flaming fire. Beloved brethren, arise along the path of the initiation with prudence. Remember that this path is full of dangers inside and outside. This is the path of the razor's edge. Drink the nectar of immortality from the pure fountain of ecstasy. Tread the path of perfect sanctity. The Divine Mother has the power to open.
So after it rises, after the mother rises, the waters flow. The straight and narrow opens, right? And the life-giving waters, the ambrosia, the nectar of wisdom and immortality flows down. And this could be because you activate, and it flows down your spinal column. And all the oils and chemicals balance. And that's like on a physical level. It happens on multiple levels, physical, astral, etheric simultaneously. But last thing I want to say here is this is the operation of the sun. Look into the Emerald Tablet of Hermes, and you're going to notice that it rises after you separate the subtle from the gross, and gently, with great ingenuity, right? The fire, the Divine Mother, rises from the earth to the heavens and descends again to earth, therefore combining within it both the power of the above and below. This is the pattern. This is the operation of the sun. The great solar symbol is the most important symbol, period. The sun, in fact, represents divine masculine and divine feminine. The solar symbol, the sun, is you in the perfected state. It is the symbol of Tiphereth activated. It is the symbol of the Christ. It is the symbol of the Son of God and the Son of Man. It is the symbol of the Great Awakening, of the Elohim, the hermaphrodite. He who has balanced the poles and blended himself with the great essence, therefore becoming a portal of the ether or God into this world. That is the great goal. This was a quick Gnosis talk while I'm hiking. It's on raising Kundalini. I love this dude, Samael on Weor. Wish I knew how to say his name. Much more coming. This is Immortal Truth, the Great Arcanum, mystery teachings of Qabalah. All the ancient cultures. Whoa, hummingbirds be everywhere around me. Yeah, this is everything. Hell yeah. See you back in Immortal Truth for more Gnostic Qabalah research notes to illuminate the mind. #school for prophets.